So again, got a right hand bend. So checking my mirrors, reducing my speed. Coming down a gear, staying in position 1. As we can see, the road is now going to the left, choosing position 3. There, now to position 1. Always moving my bike around for the best possible view, but also using it for safety, knowing when I shouldn't be in such an extreme position. Now, whatever position you're going to be in, you need to have a good understanding of why are you doing that. So we're coming up to a give way, and it's not safe for me to keep rolling, so I'm stopping, giving myself a good view, and then going. I wanted them other vehicles to commit to what they were doing, because they had their left hand indicator on to go down the road that we've just come from, but have they left it on, or would they have changed their mind at the last minute? I'd rather stay back, let them do what they're doing, and then I'll proceed after they're out the way. That hazard's out the way, then we can proceed. 40 miles an hour, checking my mirrors, using acceleration sense. We've got a staggered junction, so I'm moving out to position 3 to keep a good safety bubble away from both of those junctions. We've got no oncoming vehicles. It's all about being able to prioritise what we're going to be doing and what we need to prioritise first. In this case, it was the staggered junction, so I moved out to position 3, not with a view, because I got a good view of the road ahead anyway, but to move away from the hazard. So, mirrors, shoulder, and now in the national we can make safe progress. Can you see on the road, on the crown of the road, the warning lines are slowly getting closer together and longer. That happens when there's an increased hazard on the road, and we were told that there was an increased hazard on the road by not only the lines but also the yellow backing of the warning sign, which is saying, look at me, I'm an increased risk, reduce your speed and be observant. So we are in a 50, we have driveways on the left, so I'm staying out into position 3. If you don't feel confident on being into position 3, although there's no increased risk at the moment because there's no oncoming vehicles, but I would most likely still choose position 3 if we did have oncoming vehicles, because I can see them, they can see me, but vehicles that are coming out the junction from the left won't be able to see me straight away. So if I move out, I can give them an extra few seconds to be able to see me. If we make a mistake on the motorbike, it is the difference between life and death. Yes, that's why some of us love it, but I love the thrill of being on the bike. I don't want to be on the floor. So that is why I am so passionate about this, which may be odd for a 29-year-old. Usually people would just want to be thrashing their bike around. Yeah, you can do that, but knowing what to look out for on the road, knowing when to keep up our speed and when we can increase it. Coming up to a right hand bend with a junction coming off it, we're going to be going round the bend. So right hand bend, looking all across that junction, down that road, making sure nothing's coming. Nothing is coming, so we haven't got to prioritise that. So we can look at our next hazard and look at that prioritisation. So I'm looking all as far ahead as possible. So as I can see quite far ahead, I can increase my speed. I've got a left hand bend with a junction on it. Nothing's coming down that junction, so what may be around this corner? I'm staying in position 2 on my side of the road. There we go, now the road's opened up. We can see the road surface as well. And we've got the telegraph poles, which means we can really open up the throttle. We have driveways on the right, so I could have chosen position 1, but I stayed in position 2. again, we've got a good view of the road ahead, and we've got the telegraph poles, which means we can have our fun and open our throttle. The road surface is very good. It's not very bumpy at all. We're coming up to some houses, so I'm coming up my speed because I'm anticipating a speed limit change, and there it is. So, coming down to 30, we've identified that hazard, we're sorting that out, coming off our throttle, coming down the gears, but next, not another hazard, we've got a left-hand junction and some S-bends, so that's something else we need to consider, and that parked vehicle on the left. There's so many things happening on the road, and it's deciding what do we need to concentrate on. It's like the road surface, the manhole covers, you know, what time of day is it? Is it going to be busy? People coming home from work? School time? You know, I can go on and on. The list is absolutely endless. But because of all these increased hazards, we need to keep our speed low. So, you know, we may have target fixation, whereas we're just focusing on one thing and not looking at the whole picture around us. Now, as an advanced rider, that can happen, because how am I feeling? Am I tired? You know, have I seen something on the road that's really caught my eye, and it's just a split second, it's taken my thought away from other hazards. So that is what being an advanced rider is about. Not about being perfect, but it's about having that brain capacity and thought process of saying, hey, wait a minute, concentrate on what is around you, and concentrate. So it's about being self-aware and self-responsible. Once you've got that in order, and you're pretty comfortable with your own responsibility and decisions on why you're reducing your speed, it doesn't even have to be about positioning for a start. As long as you've realised, oh, there's a hazard there, I'm going to reduce my speed, then we can move on to the next thing. It all depends how you learn. Some people might learn by waffling on, going through everything, and they'll be able to follow it, no problem. But other people, they might need to do things step by step. And there's no wrong or right way of doing things. It's all about the individual. So we're coming round a right hand bend. We are on a B road. We are at 40 miles an hour. So come to position 1 for that. Now coming into position 3. I can be in position 2. There's not a problem. It doesn't matter either or, because I'm away from oncoming vehicles, but we've got hatched markings in the road. Also, being in this position, I'm showing dominance. I'm not hidden away in the verge or in the middle of the road. Standing in position 3, also staying out of any debris that may be in the road. So, position 3. I like being in this position at the moment. I'm not too close to the oncoming vehicle. We've got no following vehicles. And also, staying into position 3, I'm not hidden directly behind that vehicle. I'm directly in his offside mirror, and I've got a good view of the road ahead. So I will hopefully be able to anticipate the hazard before him and react earlier. So we've got a change in speed, 30 miles an hour, gently coming off the speed by letting off our foot slightly, using the acceleration sense. I've not changed gear as I'm still in a positive gear for this speed. Gear 3, pedestrian on the left, and now we don't have a pedestrian. Goodbye pedestrian. So because of the hatched markings, still staying in 3. We also have a junction on the right. I want to be there in that person's face so they can see me straight away, so I'm still staying in 3. I don't want to be hidden away in the verge. So still staying in 3. I see a petrol station ahead. We're going at a relatively low speed. Now I'm changing down a gear. As I could hear my engine, it was trying to work a little bit too hard. So I've increased my revs by coming down on the gears. So as we've got petrol station, we've got 2 petrol stations. So people overfilling their vehicles and coming out on the road and spilling it all over the road, which isn't ideal for us. Although we are on a straight bit of road, it's not going to cause too much of a problem, but I still don't want that going on my tyres. So, looking at the road surface, being aware of what may be on the road. As the weather is so dry, it's very unlikely we'll see any oil or diesel spills, unless it is recent, as there'll be a dark patch on the road. So here we are. We've done a full circle. That's a very posh car, isn't it? Do my right shoulder check before coming into this new road. And I also kept the momentum going by keeping my bike rolling and my feet up, because that's smooth. Oncoming vehicle, moving into position 1, giving that vehicle the space. Because what if he was to see me in the middle of the road, he would have swerved onto the verge, potentially dipped in there, come back out on my side of the road, and things are a mess. So let's not interfere with other vehicles. Let's move out the way of them so we don't cause them to overreact, because we may be safe and we're in control of our ride, but are they in control of their vehicle? Sometimes that's a lot to be left desired, isn't it? That bit, oh my gosh, I thought that vehicle was going to overtake. I just saw his headlights behind that vehicle and I thought I'd have to do an emergency stop there, but he turned off. So it's that quick reaction time. What if? Thinking, what can happen? And if it doesn't happen, that's alright, because we've not had to react to the potential hazard. But it's about becoming a thinking rider and anticipating. And not only anticipating for different hazards, but also looking at what we can see and what will help us to progress on the road. I.e., we don't really want to be doing 30 on a road like this when we can see well ahead. We can see where the road's going. Coming into position 3 to carry the speed as I can see the road well ahead. I wasn't hunting for the view was already there for me. So I used all the road possible. Now the view is coming down and it's opening up again. So we're going to go over the stagger junction here. The road was clear. Again, another long single track road. It is still 40 miles an hour. We have entered a new road, but there isn't a new speed limit yet. So remember your discipline of speed. Okay, we've got a farm ahead. So now we're in a national. I don't think I'm going to reach national speed limit because there's a farm. I'm nearly at the national speed limit, but I'm okay going 50, 55 until we pass that hazard, because I don't want any tractors to pull out in front of me. There we are. Now we can progress on the road. I can see the road is going straight ahead, but also again we've got telegraph poles, so I can use them for guidance. Also we're following that vehicle, but we don't want to become too close to that vehicle, because what we can't see is what's on the road in front of him. Because he's got 4 wheels, his car is more forgiving. On our 2 wheels we need to be more aware, because this road is quite broken. So I'm using the position for less resistance, i.e. not going over potholes or resurfaced road, because the state of resurfaced work is a lot to be left desired. So again, single track road. There's no need to be in the middle of the road, so staying in position 2 on my side of the road. And it is a national, we've got houses on the left, so I am moving out into position 3, into the middle of the road, and we've also got a hidden junction on the left, so still staying out, and now moving back into 2. We've got a giveaway and a decrease in speed, so checking my mirrors, coming down on my speed.